Okay, and this is the moment of truth. Let's create the dreaded cabin. So I'm going to start out by scratching in a general cabin shape with the knife. So I'm just going to go straight across, and then using the clean knife I'm just going to drag downwards to create the top of the roof. And all I'm doing here is scraping away the paint that's already there. I'm not adding anything, I'm just scraping away. And then create the eave of the roof down the side there by coming down at an angle. And then I'm going to scrape away the paint that will be at the front of the cabin, like so. So get your knife and just drag it down. The reason we do this is, at first you don't need to be committed if you change your mind, but mainly there's going to be a lot less paint underneath, so that the paint that you use for the cabin will stick much easier, like so. Okay, I've loaded a roll of paint onto the knife. It's just straight Van Dyke brown. I'm just going to start with the eave of the roof by putting some brown paint there, and then down the front of the roof like so to create the triangle, like that. And then I'm going to start dragging the paint down to create the front of the cabin. All I'm doing is blocking in paint at this point. It's just straight brown paint that I'm going to paint on top of, but I'm just wanting to get the general shape. And then we'll do the same thing down the side, just blocking some brown paint, blocking the colour, just to fill in the cabin shape, like so. Using a mixture of brown and white, very lightly just touch and drag your knife down, no pressure whatsoever. And what this is going to do is it's going to break the paint up as you come down, and it's going to make the wood on the cabin look very old and decrepit, like so. No pressure, just pull down. Make sure when you mix the brown and the white you don't mix it thoroughly, make sure it's marbled, and that'll give you all the different colours that you can see here, like so. We'll just finish the side off, like so. Just tidy it up as however you like. And then we're going to start with the snow, so I'm going to put a line of snow or white paint across the top, and then across the back like so. I'm just touching, I'm not dragging, I'm just touching. And then using that colour I'm going to start at the top, reload, and I'm just going to drag it down to fill in the top of the roof like so. Quite a bit of pressure. We're not painting a mountain, we're doing the roof, so quite a bit of pressure. Start at the top and just pull down in the same angle as what the roof is. Go to the front, same again. If you miss a few spots like I have there, just reload your knife, and then one more time, start at the top and then pull down, and then just like that you've got a nice snowy roof on your cabin. And just to finish that off, just tap in a line of snow on the top of the eave on the other side of the roof like so, and then that'll finish the roof of your cabin off nicely. We need a way to get in and out of this cabin, so we need to put a door on. So I've loaded it with dark paint. Just drag your knife across, and there we go. That's your door painted, just like that. If you want to create some boards, just get a clean knife and just drag into the paint some lines like so, and that'll cut through the paint and make it look like there's some boards in your cabin. You don't have to do this, but I just thought I'd show you. And then we'll do the same down the side as well if you want to. Just going to go over that door and just darken it a touch more to make it stand out. There we go, much better, much better. Using a clean knife, just cut the bottom of your cabin off where you want it. If you want it a bit shorter especially, you can just cut the paint off like that and go across the bottom just to get rid of the excess paint. Don't worry about dragging it into your snow because we're going to paint over that in a second. But this is just to get your perspective right and just get rid of the bottom of the cabin where it's untidy. Using a fan brush loaded with some more white and blue snow paint, just touch the bottom of the cabin and just drag the paint down And that way you're going to set the cabin right into the snow and it's going to look nice, neat and tidy like so. And then just do the same at the side like that. And as you can see, it's tidied it right up, and now the cabin looks like it's sat right in the snow like that. And all I'm doing from this point is just tidying up and painting the snow in. I'm using the blue paint underneath. That's creating the shadows of the snow automatically for me, so that's easy. And all I'm doing is just filling in the white paint of the snow in whichever way or whichever direction I want the land to go. In this case, I want the cabin and the trees on top of that hill, so I'm just painting downwards.